Hello and welcome to this week's AMA video. So I've had a couple of questions this week, three, but two of them are around the same kind of topic, so I'm going to melt those into one answer. So today the two questions I'm going to be answering are one around Facebook and how do you post about your services but not make it really salesy, and the other one is around different online session options for different groups of people, and how you would do that. So both great questions. So the first one is around the Facebook. That's the one that I'm going to do first. So in terms of posting about your services on Facebook, there's a wonderful book that I would recommend called Jab, 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 Right Hook, which is really hard to say. But it's a great book, and it's basically the kind of 80-20 rule. So on Facebook, 80% of the time you want to be offering some kind of content, if you like, whether that be your own or someone else's. You want to kind of be offering something that's helpful, something that's useful, and not selling anything. And then 20% of the time, that's your opportunity to sell. So in terms of that post, people overthink it so much, and you see these kind of long-winded essays that people do, and then the service. That's only one way of doing it. Ultimately, the service that you offer is helping somebody. The service that you offer is somebody's got a problem and you have something that's useful and is going to help them. And I think keeping that service mindset is really important when you're writing your posts. So think about what is it that your client might be struggling with, and then something that your product will answer. So you might put something like, recently a lot of my clients have been asking me about this, the answers on my program, details below if you want to get involved, is a really great kind of way to put it across. The other thing that you can do is you can also post about your products in a way of educating people. So you can also post and sort of say, oh, today I've been creating a new video for program. I've had some really, really great feedback. Here's the link if you're interested. So that's another way. The other way is by doing a testimonial. I've received this great testimonial from program. Here's a testimonial so you can see. If it's something that you feel would help you, here's the link to have a look at more of the information, and you put the link to the program in. So there's three different ways that you can use Facebook to post about your products but not sound too salesy and over the top. Ultimately, your social media is about talking to other people, so make it conversational, make it helpful, and make it that you are serving them, not hello people, here's my stuff. The next question is all around different online products for different groups of people, and I can completely understand why this is confusing and why people kind of stumble a little bit. It's very much a strategy question. So you can use the same software, the same idea for different groups of people. So let me give you an example. So if you have already got a group of people that you're offering a group session to, and you're thinking right now you want to do something online for that group, whether it be an online call just to catch up with them to see where they're at and how they're doing, or you want to take the group sessions and put those online, but you also want to offer your services to new people in a completely different way. So you want to say, I've got this particular skill in this area, and you want to offer that as an online product or service. Now those two things can still be video, they can still use the same platform like Skype or Zoom, but they're two different offerings. So the first one is, if you want to do a Skype call to your existing group, what you might like to do is use your mail system if you've got one. If not, Outlook is fine. Put all the emails of the addresses of the people who were on that group and email them and say, we're moving this group online, or I really want to kind of check in with you all and see how you're doing. Here's the time and the date of the call, and here's the link that you can join. If you wanted to do it if you've got something like MailChimp or Aweber, for example, you might want to create a list that's just got those people on. If you are already having group work with those people, you already have permission that you've got their email address. So if you create a list and you add those people and then you send them an email saying, this is what I'm thinking about doing, you know, here's the link or whatever, or here's the date, or let me know if you're interested. You can kind of use that mail list then to get your communications out. But one way or another, effectively what you're doing is getting that group of people who are already in that group and sending them an email with a specific link to join you on the call, whether that be your Zoom link or your Skype link, whichever it is, to set that up. The difference between Zoom and Skype, I think, is important to mention. If you're using Zoom, you can literally create the URL link and send them the URL link. If you're creating Skype, you need their Skype names to be able to have them in your contacts list. Because once they're in your contacts list on Skype, then you can go into one contact, but then create a new group and add all the people in, but you need to have found them on Skype first, so it's just a bit of an added step if you're using Skype. So then you've got services for new people. So you've decided that you have a group, for example, for, I don't know, let's pick something, weight loss, and you want to offer your one-to-one service, coaching service for phobias. I don't know. I'm picking things off the top of my head. If you wanted to do that, what you would do is you'd create the phobia package completely separately. So it'd have a different link if you were using Zoom, or a different mail list on your mail system. And you would then say, okay, I'm going to create this package for phobias. It's a 3-session package. We're doing it online. Let me know if you'd be interested. You could post that on Facebook and say, this is what I'm thinking about doing. If it's something that you're interested in, you know, private message me or something like that. Or you could do a MailChimp or an Aweber kind of sign up form and kind of put the URL and say, if you're interested, sign up here. So the first thing that you want to do is to tell people what you're doing and get them to sign up in some way. Then you would send those people the link. So if I was using Zoom and this is my one-to-one coaching, it's not group coaching, it's one-to-one packages, what I'd do is I would create a separate link in Zoom for each of those clients, and then I'd send them their own Zoom link with their own password so that they could then log on and contact me. You know, we could then set up that Skype link. If I was using Zoom link, if I was using Skype, what I would do is ask them for their Skype name, connect with them, and then on that day and time, then I'd Skype them. The little bit that I would add in about here is just think through the process of what you're going to do, and set it up for the process. So the first part of the process is you want to encourage people, you want to ask them, you know, are you interested? Is this something you want? Sign up some way. You then want, if you're doing a one-to-one service, I generally do a chat with them first to check that I'm happy to take them on, they're happy with me, and I get them to pay a deposit at that point. So I've got a little bit of commitment, if you like, to the package. So they're on the package, they've paid their deposit, and then I send them an email with the link in to join me. So I'm not sending the link to join me before they've, you know, signed up to it, if you like. And it's just a way of making sure that you're not sending out links to people for things that then don't come to fruition. So it's absolutely okay to use the same solution, i.e. a Zoom or a Skype call, but have different ways of using that for different people or different packages or different services that you're offering. And the difference between that is who you're communicating that to and the link that you're sharing with them in order to join you on the call.